be having an evening at your place. So good evening to you all also. So we will just see few questions from stats, and the topic for today is the mean. Okay. So in the two question series, we have taken two questions basically. Maybe we can discuss more questions, but the various two questions we will be discussing for today is that the mean of 40 observations was 160. So in the question number one, the mean of 100, the mean of 40 observations is 160, right? So 160 is the mean for how many observations? 40 observations. That means total the data, 40 number of data is available, and out of that the mean is 160, right? The mean is 160. Now from this it has been questioned that it was detected on rechecking that the value of 165 was wrongly copied as 125, right? So we can say that 165 is wrongly copied as 125. That means when there are 40 observations, okay, then definitely we know what is the formula of mean. Mean is mean is nothing but number of sum of observations by number of observations count, that is sum of observations by number of observations, right? So here we can see that the question shows that the value 165 was wrongly copied as 125. So we can say that if there are number x1, x2, x3 till x40, because 40 number of data is there, and sum of those numbers will be x1 plus x2 plus till x40 divided by the number of observations. So what is the number of observations? It's 40. So when you divide it, you will get it as the total value which is given to you, that is the mean, which is equal to 160, right? This is given to you. Now from this it has been identified that on rechecking that 165 was wrongly copied as 125, my dear friends. So 100 out of this, maybe x1, x2, x3, x4, x40, any one of these, from here 165 in place of this, any of these can be 165, right? And this is wrongly copied as 125, right? So hi Om Prakash Mohanty, hello, you understood? So I'm saying that if some of the observations which we have taken, in one of the observations from these 40 observations, one observation is read as 125 instead of 165. There is value 165 was wrongly copied as 125. So this has been considered here. This wrong data get into this sum of observation instead of this correct data, right? So what we will do, how to find the correct mean? Okay, to find the correct mean, what we will do, my dear friends, you will see the sum of these observations, right? The sum of the observation, that is x1 plus x2 plus dot dot x40, these 40 observations will, what we have considered is calculated as 160, which is already there into the RHS multiplied by this 40, So this is 160 into 40, right? Now from this 160 into 40, we can see this 165 data should be there, which is not captured, but 125 is captured. So what we will do into the LHS, we will remove this 125. We will remove this 125, right? And add this correct data 165, right? Correct data 165 is added. So we will add 165 because it has been given into the question that it was detected on rechecking that the value 165 from out of these 40 observations, any one of the observation is 165, which is wrongly copied as 125, right? This is the mistake. This is the mistake performed by in doing the calculation, right? So my dear friend, what we did, we find the sum of the observations from the given value, that is 160 was the mean calculated in this way with a wrong data, right? So 160 is the right mean or wrong? Definitely this mean is wrong. That means calculated with wrong data, right? If this is wrong, then how to find the correct mean? Just remove this 125 and add this 125 into some of the observations. Then you will get the exact number of summation, right? So this will be coming as, the exact sum will be coming as 16 into 4 will be 64. So this will be coming as 6400, 165. This 165 and 125 will be from 6400, which is the product of 160 and 40. From this, do this evaluation. This is the total sum. This is the total sum. From this, add 165. You will get 6565, right? And from this, subtract the or remove the 125, which was the wrong data, which is entered by mistake. So this is 125, which is subtracted, right? Which is subtracted. Now you will have 5 minus 5 is 0, 6 minus 2 is 4, 5 minus 1 is 4, and 6. So 6440. 6440 is the actual sum of 40 observations, that is x1 plus x2 plus dot 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 till x40. So this is coming as 6440. You got it? What we did, we know the sum of observations by the number of observations is the mean. So we find the sum of observation by multiplying 40 with 160, right? So this will give you 6400. From here, subtract 125 and add 165. So we did it. And finally, we get the number 6440. This is the actual sum. When the wrong data of 125 is removed, here, this is removed, right? And let me show, this is removed, and this 165, the correct data is added, right? So this will show you 6440 as the sum. Now the actual mean, how will you finding the actual mean? The actual mean will be calculated. The actual mean, actual or correct mean is calculated by this sum, that is 6440 divided by the number of observations, which is 40, right? This is 40. So on evaluation, you get 0, 0 will be cancelled out, and the mean is 414, 24, 46, 24, 414. So 161 is the exact value of the mean. Because and this was 160 was wrong value which was wrongly calculated, right? So my dear friends, I think you easily understand it, right? So any such questions of mean when a wrong data is just considered in place of this right data, what we do, we just simply use the formula of the mean, that is sum of observation by the number of observation. From here you find the total sum value is calculated by mean into the number of observations, right? From here, just the total sum is calculated, that is 6400. From 6400, subtract the wrong data which is considered, and insert the right data. So right data is 165 which is added, wrong data is 160 which is subtracted. So final sum of the observation which we got is 6440. So this is the sum of observations. Now the total count of the observations, that is the number of observations, is 40, right? So 6440 divided by this actual 40 will give you the actual mean 161. So this is the actual or the correct value of the mean. What is that? 161. And this is the right answer, my dear friends. Now quickly going to the second question. Okay, the mean of 200 items was 50. The mean of 200 items was 50. So what we will do into the second question, what we will do into the question number 2 is that the mean of 200 items. So first of all, take the data. How many items? 200, right? From these 200 items, the mean was 50. Later on, it was observed that 2 items were misread. 2 items misread. That means wrongly read, right? 2 items. And instead of 192 and 88, we should be we read it as 92 and 8. So here, this is the wrong data which should be removed into the calculation of this 50, the mean. Okay, so how to correct this data to be removed and this data to be added? Okay, so what we will do, we will simply use the sum of observation by number of observations, right? So sum of observation by number of observation give you the value of mean which is coming as 50, and total items into this is 200. So the sum divided by the number 200, that is the number of observations, will give you 50. Therefore this will give you the sum as 50 into 200, which is coming as 10,000. 5 into 2 10, 0 3 zeros extra, 10,000. So 10,000 is the sum, which is calculated. Now from this what we will do, these two data need to be removed, 92 and 8. So what we will do, subtract 92, subtract 8, and use this correct data 192 and 88. So what we will do, add 192, add 88, right? So this will give you the actual sum. This will give you the actual sum, right? So 192 minus 92 is 100. This will give you, first of all, write 10,000, which is earlier product of sum and mean, product of the count of the observations into mean, which is the sum, 10,000. 192 minus 92 is 100. 88 minus 8 is 80. So this will give you 10,180 is the sum of observations when right data is considered. This will be 10,180 sum of observations with correct data, when these two mistaken data have been removed and these two correct data have been inserted, right? Then what will be the correct mean? The correct mean will be equal to 10,180, which is the sum of observation, right? So this will be 10,180 divided by the number of observations, that is 200, right? 200. So this divided by 200 will give you the value of correct mean, right? And this value is coming as, when you solve it, 0 and 0 will be cancelled. 2 5 times 10, 2 5 times 10, 0 into 9 18, 509 divided by 10. So this value is coming as 50.9. This is the correct mean, and 50 was your wrong value. This was your wrong value, right? So the correct mean is 50.9, my dear friends. So in this way, hi tech bro, namaste sir, याद हूँ या भूल गए? डेफिनेटली आई रिमेंबर यू, याद है मुझे. टेक ब्रो, राइट? ओपी, oh yes, OP, I got you. So today we have understood two questions from the mean. Okay, in the two question series from stats we have taken these questions, my dear friend. Okay, if you want I can take more questions. Suppose there is a question, let me take, there is a table in front of you. There is a table in front of you. Let me take question number 3. Though this is a two question series. You have some doubt question. Do you want to take up this doubt? You can do one thing. You can just put up into the chat box. Okay, we can take it up. No problem. Is it fine? Yes. So in between, let us take a third question for today. Okay. Sure, techno bro, tech bro. So the data is given to you for, in the third question of mean, is that there are some Find the value of P if mean of the following distribution is 20. What is the distribution? The distribution is, this is the observation and what this is the frequency. The observation are, the observations are 15, 17, 19, 20 plus P and 23. 15, 17, 19, 20 plus P and 23. These are the number of observations and the corresponding frequencies are 2, 3, 4, 5P and 6. Right? So into this question, my dear friends, you have doubt from stats? No, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. No problem. So here we have this table in front of you. Okay. From this table where the sum of where the observation and its frequency is given to you, find the value of P if the mean is 20. So here it's given that mean is 20. And what is the value of P that need to be calculated? So my dear friends, from here when the frequency distribution table is given to you, when the observation and its frequency is given to you, then what we will do, the formula of the mean into this case is summation of f multiplied by x divided by summation of f, where f is the frequency, this one, x is the observation. So what we will do, we'll just extend this table and find the product of fx over here. Okay. So 15 into 2, 30. 17 into 3, 51. 19 into 4, 19 into 4, 4 9 36, carry 3, 76. 20 plus P into 5P. So this will be 5P into 20 plus P. Right? Now into the last 23 into 6. This one. 6 3 18, carry 1. So it will 138. Yeah, I can see you put your questions here. Okay. Technobrew OP. So let me solve this question first. Okay. So when you just put up the formula over here, then mean of 20 is equal to nothing but sum of 30 summation of f1 f into x. That means summation of 30 plus 51 plus 76 plus 5p into 20 plus p plus 138. Right? So I'm just writing the data over here. Data over here. 30 plus 51 plus 76, right, plus 5p into 20 plus p plus 138, right? All this divided by sum of frequency, that is 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5p plus 6, right? This one I have taken this one here into the denominator, summation of f, right? The mean and median of 100 observations are given. The value of the largest observation is 100. It was later found that it is 110 and not 100. Find the true mean and median. Okay. We'll take this question. Okay. So before proceeding further, okay, Let me note this question, otherwise due to the I'm not able to see the chat later on. Okay, I have taken it. Now, when you solve it, 30 plus 51 plus 76 plus 138 is a simple addition. Add it. 6, 14, 15, 5 carry 1, 9. So it's 295 plus, it's 295 plus 5p into 20, that is coming as 100p plus 5p square, right? This all divided by 2 plus 3 5 plus 4 9 plus 6 15, 15 plus 5p, and here the mean of 20, the value is already given to you. Okay, so from here what we'll do, 20 just cross multiply, so 20 into 15 plus 20 into 5p, go to the LHS, and this is equal to this 295 plus 100p plus 5p square, right? This will give you 20 into 15 is 300. So this will be 300. 300 when going to the RHS, it will be minus 5. Minus 300 plus 295. So this will be minus 5. And this 20 into pi, 20 into 5p is 100p. So this 100p will be cancelled for with this 100p, right? So we have 300 minus 295 as the value of 5p square, right? This will give you 300 minus 295 is 5, which is equal to 5p square, and this will give you p square as 5 by 5, which will give you the final value of p as equal to 1, because 5 and 5 will be cancelled out and we have 1 as a value. Okay, though when you take the square root, it can be plus 1, it can be minus 1. Okay, but the negative value will not be considered here into the stats, so that's why p equal to 1 is considered over here, and this is the answer, my dear friend, right? So techno brew op, now I want to take your question, right? The mean and median of 100 observations are 50 and 52, right? This is the question. So what we will do, the mean and the median both are given, that is 50 and 52, right? And value of the largest observation is 100. The value of the largest observation is given to you as 100. Now it was later found that it is 110 and not 100. Find the true median. Okay, so the mean and median of 100 observations are 50 and 52, right? So the mean As we discussed, the formula of mean, the sum of observations by Yatekbrew. As we discussed, for the wrong data, okay, use the formula of mean, the sum of observations by the number of observations, right? So here, if you consider for mean, the mean and median of 100 observations are 50 and 52. So if you consider for mean, it's 50. So just consider this. Oh, I'm writing here and it's not visible. Sorry. So mean is 50 and number of observations is 100. So what you can calculate the sum? The sum is simply 50 into 100. 50 into 100, that is 5000, is the sum of observations. You got it, right? 5000 is the sum of observations, right? Now, this is another figure that median. Median is also given to you, and that median, that is also wrong value. This 50 is basically wrong value. Why? Because we have not considered the correct data, right? The median of 100 observations are 50 and 52. So when you consider the median, it is given to you as the value is 52, right? This 52 is the value of the median. So my dear friend, for the median, and you can see the median is calculated by the, if the data is even, because the number of observations is 100 over here. You can see 100, right? So into this case, for even observations, what is the formula of mean? N by 2th observations plus n by 2 plus 1th observation divided by 2, right? This will give you the value of the median 52, right? Now, here the correct median is not calculated, but this 52 is considered, right? So this 52 is considered. So for this value, what we will do? Tell me, just think on it. OP. How to bring the right data? Tell me. For the median, when the number of observations are even, right? 100 is the even observations. For even observations, these are the two median values, and the median is average of those two numbers, n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1th observations, right? So this will be applicable over here because the number of observations over here are 100, right? Now, what we will do? Here it's very clear that it was later found that it is 110. It was later found that it is 110, not 100, right? Find the true mean and median. The value of the largest observation is 100. That means 100 is the value of n, right? It was later found that it was, 1 minute, let me read it out. It was later found that it is 110 and not 100. Find the true mean and median. You mean to say that into this question, the value of the largest observation is 100. We later found that it is 110. So instead of 100, it is 110, right? Find the true mean and median. So take bro, you are saying that this number of observations into your question is 110, right? The value of the, can you just read the question again? The mean and median of 100 observations are 50 and 52. The value of the largest observation is 100. The value of the largest observations, that means the number of observations, let's say x1, x2, x3, dot dot dot, the largest observation, question is correct. Okay. Then we can do one thing. Okay. Use the formula of mean directly. So here you are saying that number, the largest observation over here is 110, right? Find the true mean and median. Okay. So I am thinking to bring two formulas over here. Okay. If you arrange the data, this should be valid into the format. If you arrange the data into the ascending order, okay, you will get the largest number onto the last. Okay. So here the correct number is 110, right? So if the number of observation is 110, right, the maximum one, total number of observation is 100, but the maximum number is 110. So 50 by 2, that is 25th term, plus 26th term. 50 by 2, 25, plus 1, 26. 25th term and 26th term, when you just add and find out the average, this will give you the median, right? The mean and median of 100 observations are 50 and 52, and the value of the largest observations is 100. It was later found that it is 110 and not 100. Find the true mean and median. Okay. So let me, I want to have, yeah, take bro. I think you are here. So I'm saying that into this question, first you find the number of variables that you have. Okay, as we did into the median and applied the simple formula, that sum of observations by number of observations. Similarly, in median, if you get the total number of count, that is, let us say 100 is there, that is even, then using this formula you calculate the median, right? So in your question, I am seeing the mean and median of 100 observations are 50 and 52. The value of the largest observation is 100. It was later, the value of the largest observations is 100. It was later found that it is 110 and not 100. Find the true mean and median. It was later found that it is 110. So take bro, just confirm me one thing in your question, that is 110. 110 is 110 is your number of observations or the final maximum number of, this is the final, the biggest number, the largest number of the observation. Just confirm this part. Observation is 100, it was later found that it is 110 and not 100. Find the true median, right? Tell me this. Yeah, tech bro. because it's very much clear that if the number of observation is odd, then n plus 1 by 2th observation is your mean value. Okay, and here if the number of observations you are saying is even, then definitely the median will be this one. When the number of observation was odd, n plus 1 by 2th observation, that is, suppose it's 59, then 59 plus 1, 60 by 2, 30th observation is your median. So here also it will be same. But here the observation is 100, which is even, so this formula will be valid. Okay. Sir, it is a, hi Kailash, it is a 2-mark question. Oh, how you know it, my dear friend? Oh, I think you also solved it. Kailash, you are OP from another device. Okay. So OP, confirm me this part, that in your question, if you see the latter part, the value of the largest observation is 100. It was later found that it is 110 and not 100. Find the true mean and median. So OP, confirm me this. The number of observation is 100, instead of 100 it's 110, or the maximum number of observation, the largest number from this total observations is 110. Okay, just confirm this part, please. Kailash or OP, both. Yes, I can read your message, Kailash, no problem. You are saying that I want to read out the question again. Okay. The mean and median of 100 observations are 50 and 52. The value of the largest observation is 100. It was later found that it is 110 and not 100. Find the true mean and median. Right? So I want to confirm what is this 110. So definitely if the number of observation is 100, right, your median will be the 50 and 51th term, right? Kailash, OP. So if the number of observation is, let me change the page. If the number of observation is, in your question, number of observation is 100, right? No problem in the question, okay? Then let us see. I think the statement is not very much clear, so that's why, no problem. Let us take it in the same way as it is, right? So there are 100 observations, so the median will be n by 2, that is 100 by 2, which is coming as 50, and n by 2 plus 1. So n by 2 is 50, so this is 50 plus 1, which is coming as 51. So 50th observations plus 51th observation is your mean. So that means 50th observations plus 51th observation divided by 2, average of these two, is your median, right? Is your median. Now from this, since from the initial total we can say that correct mean is calculated, right? Correct mean is calculated. If you consider the mean, here you have told me two data, right? The mean was the mean was 50 initially. For how many observations? 50. So the sum of observations by number of observations was 50. So we calculated sum as 50 into this number of observation was 100. So this was 5000, right? This was 5000. Now from this 5000, as we did earlier, just subtract this 100, because you are saying 100 is wrongly captured, and then add the correct number. 110 is the correct number, right? I can see in your question, from your question, that 110 is the correct option instead of 100, right? So let us add it. Answer of this question is mean is 5010. Let us calculate it, no problem. Okay, 5000 minus 100 plus 110. So effectively it will be coming as 5 minus 100 plus 110, that is plus 10. So this is coming as 5010, right? The sum is coming as 5010. So what is the value of correct mean? Correct mean is calculated by this 5010, that because this is the sum. You can see 5010 is the sum. So 5010 divided by the number of observations, which was actually 100, right? So this will give you 50.00 will be cancelled, 10 will divide this, so this will give you 50.1, maybe 0 you can write. So this is the correct mean. This is the correct mean, 50.10, right? So 50.10, check your answer. Your answer is 5010. No, it's a very big number, Kailash, OP. Please check that. Okay. Yes, 50.1, right. Your answer is also correct. So I think this is okay for you, right? But median, as we said, median will be the observation of 50th and 51st observation, right? Thank you, Kailash. So I'm very much confused. Many times I'm saying you Kailash, Barik, and sometimes OP. Okay, so no worries. So if the number of observations, that was 100, that was correct data. Okay, number of observations was 100. Then the median will be the 50th observation and 51st observation, right? So what we will do? Okay, you are asking why you subtract the observation and then add the observation. My dear friend Kailash or OP, I subtracted this observation because if you read your question, it has been written, it has been mentioned that instead of 110, this was the correct data, wrong data 100 is considered, right? So into the previous questions also for the today's class, we have seen that what we did, since mean is sum of the numbers by the number of the observation, right? So the sum is the product of number of observations and the mean. So that's why 50 into 100 is the 5000 is the value of your sum of observations, right? So from this sum of observations, that means the total numbers which are coming to you, all the numbers, you just add all these and suppose some sum is coming to you, right? And this sum is 5000, which is wrong. So what we did, we just subtracted the number which should not be. So this 100 is that number, this 100 is that number minus, so that is subtracted. This 100 is that number that should not be there into the data, but we just taken it by mistake. Okay, so that's why we have subtracted it. Just remove, and then added the correct number. This is the correct number. This is the correct number, 110. Now with this we did the calculation and we get 5010 as the correct sum. This is the correct sum. So with this correct sum 5010 we calculated the mean, right? So that's why we subtracted. So whenever such question is coming, just use the formula sum of the observations by the number of observations, and you can take this wrong value of the mean which is given into the question, and when you multiply this with the number of observations you will get the total sum of the observations, right? So the total sum of the observations is 5000. From here you subtracted the wrong data and added the correct one. Then finally what you get from this is the actual sum, that is 5010. That's why we added 100 and subtracted 100 and added 110, right? I hope you got it, Kailash. No, I can explain it again, no problem. I will try my best. Let us try to make the concept clear. And definitely into the question for the median, as you were saying, as the number of observations is 100, okay, that you are saying, then definitely if you are changing the largest observation, maybe the 100th observation, that doesn't mean, okay, because the average is always, the same average, the median value will always be the sum of the 50th observation and 51st observation, add it and divide it by 2, and then you will get the median, my dear friend, right? Thank you, class. I am very much happy that I am able to make you understand. Thank you. So you given one more question, okay? Um, so it's already 50 minutes. We need to wind up this session, but yes, we can quickly discuss it, okay? So the question is that find the value of lambda if the mode of the following data is 20, 15, 20, 25, 18, 13, 15, 25, 15, 18, 17, 20, 25, 20. Lambda. Okay. So OP and Kailash, allow me to close this session for today. We will take mode into a different class. Okay. Just leave it for mean and median, please. Okay. I hope you understand. Because mode will take another class and I will come up with a separate session on that. And definitely I am reading it out, and I will take up this section. I take up this question. Okay. Into that. Okay. Thanks for your understanding, my dear friend. And all my dear colleagues and friends, I am always there when I will take another class. Possibly tomorrow morning it is not possible, my dear friend Kailas, and all of my dear friends who are present here. So maybe day after tomorrow. That means on Tuesday. Okay. Allow me to suspend the class till Tuesday. And for any query, I am always available on your chat. Whenever you are dropping a message into the chat, I will immediately respond. Okay. It will not take more than 2 hours. Within that, I will try to get it responded. Okay. And don't get disheartened for this question because this is from mode, and definitely let me give a brief concept of the mode, then I will take up this question. Okay, I will note it down. Timing will be generally into the morning, right? My WhatsApp number, you can connect me through the chat, my dear friend Kailash. Okay, I will share the WhatsApp number also, not an issue. But yes, let us be connected through the through my channel. Okay, in any of the videos chat, if you drop a message, it will directly come to me, so you will not face any difficulty, my dear friend, and I will share with you. Timing timing generally in the morning, 7, let us say 7. It can vary from 6 to 8. I generally come into live sessions, right? Since this is Sunday and I have some spare time, so that's why I just connected into the evening time also, my dear friend, right? And thank you so much for showing this affection and just care for this class, and your for your curiosity. I can see a lot many of affection towards this subject, right? Thank you so much. In the evening, I will try, my dear friend, I will try. Okay. Whenever there is a possibility, I will try to take into the evening. Okay, Kailash. So I think we can wind up the session for today, my dear friend. Okay. Thank you. Be connected. Bye bye. See you. Bye bye.